10% of all the new cars sold in Iowa come from the Karl Auto Group. Our neighbors trust us to have the largest selection and the highest standards. To our current customers, thank you. And to our future customers, see for yourself why Karl drives Iowa.
Your dealer for life, it's the Karl way.
We know that carrying your groceries out to your car seems a bit old school. That saying hello and asking about your day feels like a thing of the past. Being best at fresh, it's not just a fad. Serving high-quality meat at affordable prices? Talk about a throwback. But at Fairway, that's kind of our thing. Because some things never go out of style. Friendly at Fairway. It's more than just a name.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cyclone Fanatic Postgame Show. I'm your host, Lea Nelson. Chelsea Poppens is joining me in the Northwest Bank Studios today. And unfortunately, Iowa State loses again to Oklahoma State. Final score 86-58. I want to thank our sponsors before we get started into this one. Shout out to Karl Auto Group, our presenting sponsor all season long. They are huge Cyclone Fanatic fans and Iowa State Cyclone fans. They are with us through it all, the good, the bad, the ugly. So shout out to Karl Auto Group and then our friends over at Fairway Meat and Grocery. Make sure you check them out this week to do your grocery shopping needs. All right, Chelsea, it's another tally in the losing column, and it's tough. We talked about this before. Look, I'm literally at a loss for words. We talked about this before we started recording. All right, let's see how we can be positive, because anyone who watches these shows, the football shows, the basketball shows, they know I always like to kind of spin a positivity point to this, because at the end of the day, it's college kids, it's a game, but it's hard when it's the fifth game in a row, and I feel like every post-game show we're talking about the same thing. There's not a whole lot of adjustments. I even feel like a coach where you're asking the players just to do something different, just try something different, and it just feels like we're watching the same game over and over again. So
it's chunky. It was bad basketball at the end of the day. And the Cowgirls were a better team. They're more well-rounded. They have more players that as offensive threats. They have more scoring potential. And we're a team who's still adjusting, and our bench players aren't playing together. They don't look like they have that chemistry. They don't look like they have the confidence to run the plays and the style of basketball that we need them to be, because we haven't been that style of basketball at all. So yeah, it wasn't pretty. The whole time I was like, I think I had this face on. I was like,
yeah. It felt just awkward, and I like to be excited before every game, and I don't know, this game kind of felt a little different. I like that Coach Finley is switching up the starting lineup. That seems nice, because
you gotta throw the kitchen sink at it.
Right, and we're seeing everyone who's healthy on the Iowa State bench getting playing time, which is huge. But like you said, Oklahoma State, anyone who had the ball, they were looking to score. And it felt like when a lot of the Iowa State players had the ball, they were looking at who they could pass to, even if they had a wide open shot or whatnot. So I don't know what else to suggest or say, because again, we've talked about how rebounding has not been great. Turnovers are not great. They're trying to sometimes force it into Audie. So I just, on what would you do different?
Leah,
I know.
For a non-answer. I mean, I think right now they're throwing the kitchen sink at it, seeing what works, because they're not doing what they've done in the past. I always go back to defense and rebounds. What are the work ethic things that can translate to a good offense? And rebounds 42-32, out rebounded by 10. I think it says something when one person has 17 rebounds. Staley Hurd, that's offensive to me. That's embarrassing to me that one person has the ability. That means that we were not doing our job on defense, and we were not We were not playing good defense at all. Turnovers like 17 to 12. I feel like that's not our worst.
Right.
But I mean, just we need more people to score, more people looking for their shot. Free throws, that's an easy. We're missing the easy things. Rebounds, effort. Free throws, no one's guarding you. We're 7 for 12 from the free throw line, and we're 58%. And those are easy buckets that we could make. 3-pointers were usually a little bit better. Just we haven't been hitting it lately, and the stats just aren't good. Like, I'm at a loss for words. The stats are not good. But like at the end of the day, we know what Iowa State is doing. We have injuries. They're throwing the kitchen sink at it, seeing what works, because a lot of these players have not gotten this type of playing time before, and it's not pretty because of that. So I guess we'll see. At this point, I'm kind of like, I guess we'll see what the next game shows.
I know. I mean, it's crazy to think like how much of an impact Addie Brown and AJ have had on the team. I mean, phenomenal basketball players.
Having a third scorer who's confident in scoring and creating plays. And then even with Addie and AJ, when they were healthy, we were looking for a fourth scorer, and that would have taken us to that next level of being a great team, which we just got taken down a notch because not only we only have 2 offensive threats right now that are consistently showing up each game, and that's a problem.
And when, like you said, when people aren't making their threes, it's easy. You just double Audie, and then you just kind of leave people open, and they're not going to be able to score. So I don't know. It's tough. People I've seen in the comments and I've seen on social media, people like talking about postseason and everything. And there is still a lot of season left, but something has to budge. Something has to change. Because if they continue to play like this, it's going to be short postseason. So.
Yeah, but we've been doing this, I mean, for a while now, even last season, that it can't just be the Addie Audie show. Other players need to step up, and last season it was spinning the same wheels. And so this is kind of the fruits of that. Injuries are bound to happen in one way or another, and you have to have a backup plan. And if you don't, and players aren't ready to step up, this is what takes shape. And this is kind of what what happens in the Big 12. Like other teams have a more well-rounded team, more athletic team, and players that are willing to get into the double digits. And that's what we need right now. We need other players getting into double digits.
1000%. I'm excited. Iowa State plays Cincinnati next, and I feel like this is a good time to play them, because I feel like they've got a little bit of a chip on their shoulder. That's kind of where it started, this losing streak, and they have all the abilities to beat Cincinnati. So I think it's a good next game for them on Wednesday, but we will see. We will keep chugging along, keep cheering on the girls, and it'll be good. Lots of season left.
And also, I know I'm like, we're not making excuses for the team. We're stating facts at this point in time. And these are the facts. We're not making excuses for the team. We're saying it was abysmal. We're saying that hopefully they show up better than they did today. And that's kind of just where we're leaving it.
Boom. Thank you, Chelsea. Shout out Jake for producing. Shout out to our sponsors, Karl Auto Group and Fairway Meat and Grocery. And tune back in on Wednesday when Iowa State takes on Cincinnati.